Peace, family. It's your brother, Dawood, Ranm, coming to you live once again. Peace. Black Power. Real quick, I just wanted to go over some core information as far as what the Ranm is and exactly how we giving it up and what we stand for and what we're trying to bring to the people, for the people, and by the people. This is the what I would like to call the 7-point program for the RANM. And also, like I told you before, I'm working on that literature. The RANM literature is called the Foundation Manual, and the second part is called the Lessons of the RANM. So look out for that. It's a compilation of the essays and literature that I've been trying to compile over the last couple months, years, a little bit. So look out for that. But the 7-point program, is my opinion, is the basis or the platform from which our nation should be able, not even should be, I take that back, which our nation will rise from. I'm a determined person, so that's why I say will. It's a simple platform. Nothing major, nothing complex. It's nothing outlandish, like a lot of these different ideologies that you're hearing out. It's going. I'm trying to take it back to the teachings of Marcus Garvey, which this whole thing came from. You know what I mean? This whole concept of red, black, and green, RBG, Pan-Africanism, the whole nine. Black Power came first. Dude, you know what I'm saying? It was made known and worldwide by the works of Honorable Marcus Garvey. So big up to the President General. I'm trying to take it back there. I'm not sure what's going on with all this other stuff. But anyway, number one, know thyself. First and foremost, you gotta learn yourself. You gotta know who the hell we are, where we came from, the greatness, our downfall. You gotta study yourself, study your people, get in tune with yourself. You know what I mean? How can you know if you don't know? You gotta learn, research. They call this the age of information. I call this the age of ignorance myself because the information is there, but we choose not to go look for it. So you gotta learn yourself. That's point number one. Number two, family. You pass these knowledge and these teachings on to your family. Your wife, your husband, daughter, son, big mama, pops, everybody. They need to know this. Pass this on. Each one, reach one, teach one. You know what I mean? We need to spread this thing around like a virus. You feel what I'm saying? This needs to be the new epidemic of the black neighborhood, of the black community. Knowledge of self. Gain that knowledge. That's how we arm up. That's how we strap up. Number three, community. Once the mind state starts to uprise in a positive sense because we gaining that knowledge of self, we gaining that esteem, we gaining that shoulder back, heads up, time to feel again once again. So then it's time to start coming together. You on that family is coming together. Now we got to bring the resources together. You know what I mean? This is where we start kind of putting that work. Trying to start build up our resources, our institutions, our hospitals, our libraries, our schools. You know what I mean? Our pharmacies. We need these things in the neighborhoods. We don't need just corner stores. I'm sick of seeing corner stores in the hood because, first of all, they're not even belonging to us in the first place. We need institutions. We need businesses. Support black business. Run black business. Establish black business. The time we get a paycheck every 2 weeks, the time we cash that check, pay rent, it goes right to somebody else's hand. It don't stay within the community no more than 5 minutes. And y'all know it. So we got to spread that dollar around the hood, build up the hood, so we can make it a neighborhood, and then a community. Feel me? Point number 4, politics. Real quick, why the hell are we still voting? Why are we still voting? We're voting into a system that's designed against you. These are the times where we need to look around, see who's knowledgeable, see who is presentable, see who is that person we can put out front and say, hey, we need you to represent us because you are one of us, you're from us, you can relate to us, you know our condition. You know what I'm saying? We're voting for all these different people who don't know us, who don't know nothing we go through because they're not from where we from. They don't go, you name it, they don't do it. So what we need to do, we need to put those who we can relate to, who we can reach out and touch and say, yo, you dig it, you understand, get this message out. You know what I mean? Speak for the people. That's what we need to do. We need to raise our own leaders, our own councilmen, our own senators. This is what we need to do. We need to establish and invest in us because how can we say we want a voice but we don't have a mouthpiece? We need somebody to speak for us. We need our own lawyers, our own judges. our own prosecutors, our own DAs. You name it, if they got it, why can't we have it? We need to establish our own. Point number 5. This kind of goes right hand in hand with point number 4. This is courts and police. We need to establish our own judicial systems. We need to establish our own legislative systems, our own congressional systems. Why? Again, we're supporting our own oppression by voting for something that don't work for us. We need to establish our own, judge our own. They always say in court, you're getting judged by a group of your peers. That's not necessarily true, because you look on that jury stand, you look at those who's prosecuting you, they don't look like you, they can't relate to you. So what peer group are they really returning to? Think about it. Police. Every cop ain't a bad cop. You got cops out there that do their job. But here's the thing. We need to establish our own police. Okay? Panthers back in the day, they were policing the police because the police, at the end of the day, they was bugging out. They was losing their minds. So what we need to do, we need to govern ourselves. We need to raise up those who can protect us, protect their own interests, because that is their interest. Their people is our people. Our people is their people. They will have a greater sense of protection and pride for those people that they supposed to be protecting and serving. Just a thought. 6. Media. This is a very big and vital point. We need our own media, because in this day and age, everything is global. Everything is viral. I want to be able to talk. We need to be able to talk from New York to Japan with no problem and still be able to relate and understand one another. But there's the thing. We don't have our own media outlets. We got to buy into these corporations and that corporation to get our word. And when they put the story out in the first place, they always retwisted, reiterated, and it goes haywire. Case in point, BET, what is that for? That's buffoonery entertainment television, if you ask me. Because all you see on there, they ain't telling our story. They ain't representing us. That's their version of what they see, and they put it out, and we do what? We feed into it with the ratings. The shows go up because we feed into our own oppression. Think about it. And lastly, point number 7, to seal up the deal, is faith. 2 points. 1, first and foremost, in your creator who which gave it to you. I'm not trying to get all religious because I'm not a religious person. But at the end of the day, there is a higher being, a creator and a creatress, which created us all. And we need to give honor and reverence to that. You feel what I'm saying? But 2, not only just that, with that faith, you got to have works too. You got to have works too. You got to put that work in. You have to be able to sacrifice and go hard for what it is that you've gone for, what you say that you want. Because if you don't, you're just wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Them prayers won't be answered. The meditations won't rejuvenate you. You got to put that work in. You got to put that work in. So again, I just wanted to throw that out there. Some little things, some beliefs that the RANM will be trying to get to the people. Trying to get that on this nationhood rebuilding thing. Because that's what we're about. Rebuilding a broken nation. That's the whole idea. We were a nation at once. We were. And we can get back to that. So we are broken. We're a scattered nation. So we're trying to rebuild that nation. That's the whole purpose of the Rebuild the Nation movement. So again, this is your brother Dawood RANM, Black Power, RBG for life.